Jeffrey Epstein, it left some lingering mysteries. One of the biggest ones is whether he ever worked for a American or foreign intelligence agency. The former Labor Secretary, who was Miami U.S. Attorney Alice Costa, he allegedly said that he did work for an intelligence agency. So could you resolve whether or not he did? And also, could you say why there's a minute missing from the jailhouse tape on the news?
Yeah, sure.
Could I just interrupt for 1 second? Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep? That is unbelievable. Do you want to waste the time, and do you feel like answering?
I don't mind answering.
I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this, where we're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. It just seems like a desecration.
At a time like this, you mean a day after you met Netanyahu in the White House and said that you're going to give Ukraine more weapons, even though you campaigned on ending the war in Ukraine, not continuing to fund it? There's a lot to be said on this. People are going to point out what Pam Bondi said before and after. A lot of people are showing clips of Kash Patel before he got into the FBI.
You know, it's the same thing with Epstein's list. It's like, what the hell are these Republicans doing? What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list? You're going to accept Dick Durbin's word, or whoever that guy is, as to who is on that list and who isn't, and that it can and can't be released? Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are. We have an election coming up, and we need to adjudicate this matter at the polls. God knows the FBI and DOJ aren't going to do anything. But how are you going to reward the FBI with a new headquarters building after their illegal surveillance on Donald Trump continues with a reauthorization of FISA, and we can't even get basic documents out? This is why America hates Congress.
Sounds a lot different, doesn't it? And I made this video a couple days before that Epstein file binder debacle thing happened. And I could have easily been eating crow, because releasing this video titled "Why We're Probably Not Getting the Epstein Files" a couple days before they said they were going to give us the Epstein files could have made me look really dumb. Instead, I was right. And if you watch the contents of that video and make the connections to the people that Trump is hiring, it's no surprise that they're not telling us much. Here's my detailed report for why I don't think we're ever really going to get to the bottom of the Epstein situation, and why I don't think Pam Bondi is going to show us. Now, one of the dumbest talking points I hear among influencers is, well, if Trump was complicit in them, then the Democrats would have totally released it. Which is stupid, because everybody knows that the Epstein thing was bipartisan, so much so that even the news reported that Epstein had this painting in his house. So why would the Democratic Party possibly want to snitch on themselves? That's equivalent to saying, well, because Trump calls himself the father of the vaccine and rushed the vaccine, how come Democrats aren't clamoring to make him look bad and talk about things that aren't good with it? Because the Uniparty is essentially the entertainment wing of the military-industrial complex, as was once said, and it's more like a fake fight WWE to most of us than it is some authentic, well, the Democrats are really after Trump and Trump's really after the Democrats. You mean Trump, who gave Hillary Clinton a standing ovation, or that pardoned the handler of a foreign spy only for that foreign spy who stole American secrets to fly home on Trump's donor's jet? When you start peeling back the layers like this, none of this is a surprise. And I just want to say this real quick. Clay Travis said, anyone criticizing Dan Bongino for his work at the FBI on Epstein or any other case is a total moron. Guy gave up a high-paying job to bust his ass for the country. Legit, some of you have mush for brains. And the reason I want to bring this up is because this encompasses the problem with politics, not just Republican politics, obviously, but politics in general. I understand being a loyal friend and a loyal person. That's great in this world. But the way you could be honest and still be a loyal friend of Dan Bongino is you could say, I bet Dan Bongino's in over his head. I bet it's really hard. It's probably not up to him at the end of the day. Not like, anybody that does journalism and doesn't trust the government has mush for brains. Now you're just being a phony. And I've noticed with politics, all it takes to lobby some people, you would think it takes money or something special, but a lot of people, it's really just ego. You invite them to a few parties, you hang out with them, and now all of a sudden, because they're buddies in government, you have to trust the same deep state. Be a loyal friend, but don't be a pathological liar shaming people for questioning the government.
Says, you know, Epstein's an intelligence asset for people in the Middle East, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I'm like, you sure of that? The person, let's say, is like, I'm absolutely sure of that. That he's either a witting or unwitting asset, intelligence asset.
That's right. What cause is dear to your heart?
Cause is dear to my Israel,
the defense of Israel.
Trump campaigned on Epstein transparency, not an Epstein cover-up. He campaigned on ending the Ukraine war, not continuing it, sending more weapons, and essentially flipping his rhetoric on the war. And one thing that I've noticed about the only influencers, because there's not many, that are like, I'm so sick of the Epstein stuff, let's just keep it moving, they seem to have an allegiance to the same country that everybody thinks Epstein worked for, and I don't think that's a coincidence. Let me know what you guys think. God bless you. Have a beautiful day. And the next evolution of MAGA and conservative politics is when MAGA and conservatives challenge Trump like the politician that he's become, not slobber over him and idol worship him like he's Iron Man from the new Marvel movie. Because obviously, if you're a conservative, the Democrats are horrific and there's no reason to ever vote for them, Kamala, and Joe Biden. I agree. But it doesn't end there. If you think it ends there, you're just caught in the left-right paradigm. They're gonna play you in circles for decades. And while Trump is a funny and interesting character in politics, and I get why people like him, obviously, the straight-up religion, cultish behavior and hero worship of Trump is going to be the destruction of conservative politics in America. My favorite politician is Thomas Massie. He seems like the most ethical, honest, and called it like he saw it during the lockdowns. And for that, Trump has tried to kick him out of the party multiple times, along with AIPAC and Republican Jewish coalition, who are trying to oust him in his next election. I don't think this is a coincidence. Let me know what you think. God bless you. Have a beautiful day.